Welcome to the Bronx Journal. I'm your guest host, Rochelle Williams. Broadcasting, more specifically radio, is one of the oldest forms of communication. But as time has passed, radio has changed by means of advertising, entertainment, news, and information in general. But what are colleges doing to teach radio? What happens, for example, at WLCR, the Lehman College radio station? Today with me is a friend and the man behind the voice from Lehman College Radio, Baffuor Gyamfi. Welcome to the show.
Hello, how you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
All right.
So you're radio personality for Lehman College Radio.
That is correct.
How is that going?
It's a fabulous experience. Right now, we're starting from the ground back up, and right now it's like we're just really trying to do our best to bring more attention towards the radio station.
And you guys were on the air before, but now you guys are internal.
Yeah.
Lehman Radio is internal. Any plans of going back on the air or going online?
Well, unfortunately, like the cost of broadcast as far as FM and AM is very expensive, so we do plan to start an online radio show within the next couple of months. Hopefully, by the end of next semester, we have a full schedule up and running.
Okay. But other than that, you have your own segment called Chunky's Diner. How's that going?
Correct. It's wonderful.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is there like a specific format for Chunky's Diner?
Well, right now, like I said earlier, we're still in the fledgling stage of putting everything together. So I'm still working on different segments. But as far as the format is concerned, it's just a radio show where we talk about student issues, like current issues among students. We play music. I try to give attention to a lot of underground music that's not being played on mainstream radio. So as far as format, I'll just say like a regular music radio station, jokes in between segments, you know.
And how did you fall into the whole radio scene? Did you just like wake up one day and was like, I was going to be a radio host, or did it start at Lehman, or was it before?
Well, actually, it's funny that you say that because I never particularly wanted to get into radio because I'm a rapper and I make beats. So I was just trying to find a way to expose my music out there. So first I started interning with a DJ. His name is Sucio Smash, and he used to have a radio show called Squeeze Radio at WKCR, Columbia University. And that allowed me to recognize that while I'm in college, I need to use the resources I have to get music and broadcasting out there. So it just seemed like a hand-in-hand thing.
Okay. And any, like you said, you discuss student topics. Any favorite topics? Anything specific you like to talk about?
Well, for like the past couple of weeks, I had my midterm blues thing going on because, you know, like we was coming towards the end of the semester and everyone is at that point where they're hustling and bustling, trying to get their grades back up. So I just really try to keep it more student-orientated. I don't want to sound like, you know, like I'm a professor or anything like that, but try to talk about grades and the importance of us making sure we know what's going on for education as far as relating into our lives.
And other than that, what do you love about being at the radio station other than meeting great people?
It's a challenging form for me because, like I said, I wasn't really trying to get into radio, but I'm understanding that also with music and radio and any form of entertainment, there's a specific structure that has to be involved in your programming if you want people to respond to it in a certain kind of manner. You just can't get on the radio, talk whatever, but like talk for 15 minutes, play 2 songs, and that's it. Then people will be like, I don't want to hear you talk. So just the fact that I'm learning how to structure out a segment from top to bottom is like a real tedious, but it's also fun as well. And it's challenging me and allowing me to know that from the creation of a song to, again, airplay, there's a whole process that goes behind that. So it allows the concept of me creating a song or whatever else I'm working on to have a better format and structure.
That sounds awesome.
Thank you.
And any memorable moments, like, you know, some great...
Oh, every day's a memorable moment.
Really?
Yeah.
Anything, nothing that stood out? Ever?
Anything particularly?
Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
Well, actually, this past Tuesday, I did a special segment throughout the whole show called Coffee Table, where instead of just like talking and going back and forth playing music, we had more of a talk radio format instead of just a music radio format. So it was kind of fun because, like, once again, it put me outside of my comfort zone, but allowed me to work more on my talking structure than just the talk about whatever random topic, then just go back to the song. So that was really kind of fun. I enjoyed that segment.
That was cool. And other than your segment called Chunky's Chunky's Diner, any other segments?
Well,
Like any
definitely.
other radio personalities?
Yeah, we definitely have. We have Jim Cannon. He has the show American Dream, where he plays like a real bunch of eclectic music, anything from rock, pop, some hip hop, some hipster hop, which is like a new format of stuff going on in the music game right now. So he's like a real him. Particularly, I suggest for people to look out for him. The show's really good. I enjoy that show.
And I know your show is now internal, it's no longer airing, but is there a specific, like, you know, demographic that you, like, target?
Well, I just definitely want to reach, I always like to expand and reach out to anybody that's willing to listen. I don't like to just zone in one particular crowd. Well, if I had to pick a certain demographic, I would say college, like young adult, people that are still open-minded and haven't yet concreted all the ideas and theologies of life, people that are still willing to learn new things and want to be exposed to new things, because I want my show to be a give and take between me and my listeners, whereas I offer them stuff, but they also offer me new ideas as well.
Yeah, I mean, keep that in mind that there's like, I know 25-year-olds that are coming back in college, so, you know, you can be young and open-minded and still 35.
And you can be older and open-minded as well. I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to just close in on a certain demographic and then allow people feel like they're not allowed to participate in it. But, you know, just anyone that's willing to try something new is who I want to listen towards the show.
True, because I was on your show and it was pretty...
You were a couple times.
Yeah, even though you mispronounced my name a billion times.
Yeah, and even though you said a lot of things a couple times too, we can't really put out, but you know, it was memorable. Lost archives.
And what do you hope to become of your radio station, being involved in it? Like, what is the I guess, the long-term investment that you hope to arise from being on the radio station?
My long-term investment is that I will eventually learn how, God willing, if I'm able to get inside the music industry, whether as a producer or whether as an A&R or just as someone that's in the industry, I'm able to help other artists learn that from the second they create a song to the second it gets on air, that they have to be conscious of every single step they do, from the beat to the format to the words to the lyrics that you have in the song. Like, for example, if you have a song with a whole bunch of curses in it and you want it to be a Grammy award-winning song, it's going to be kind of hard when you got to go back and edit it and take away from the value of the song. So I want people to understand that when you do something from scratch, if you want it to reach a certain audience, you have to think about that from the beginning and not just wait in the middle of doing it. So I just want this experience to help me make myself a more well-rounded producer.
And I know you're talking about yourself, but any long-term investments for Lehman College Radio? Anything you hope?
Definitely. I definitely want us to be up and running again. So even after I leave the school, and every person after me that leaves the school can add more to the radio station, add more to Lehman's legacy, and allow people to understand that we don't just do things for us as students, but we're doing this as a community, and to bring back that vibe that each one teach one. That what someone has taught me, I teach to the next person, and so on and so forth.
That's awesome. And do you, like, I know you hope to pursue, you wanted to open another door, so do you want to pursue being a radio personality as a profession, or you just hope that it opens another door for you?
I would love for it to open another door, but God willing, if that is the door that's open for me and that's where I need to be, I have no problem taking up that title.
And where do you see yourself in 3 years from now? Because, you know, it's like, oh, where do you see yourself in 20 years? But where do you see yourself in 3 short years from now?
In 3 short years from now, I would have just graduated Lehman with my bachelor's degree in mass communication. I'll be at the first year of my job, just learning the ins and outs of a trade and just really, like, soaking everything that I just learned and combining it with the things I'm just now going to start learning as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
And where can we reach you or listen to you? How can people get in touch with Mr. Chunky?
Well, if you're on the campus, please come to the Student Life Building every Tuesday between 4:30 and 5:30 and tune into the show, Chunky's Diner. I'm there. Rochelle might be there. You never know who might be there. And it's just, tons of fun.
Yeah. So who do you think is listening to Lehman Radio right now, even though it's internal?
A lot of the students that, like me, have the long days, so in between their breaks, they come to the Student Life Building, play a little bit of pool inside the game room, just chill in practice their dance routines next door. It's just a whole bunch of people.